You're sitting on the floor with your baby. You lift a soft blanket over your face, wait 1 beat, drop it, and say, "Peekaboo." Your baby explodes into a belly laugh. You do it again. Same blanket, same word, same face. Why does this simple repetition never get old for them? For the first months of life, when you hide behind that blanket, your baby doesn't think you're hiding. To their brain, you've gone from view, and therefore, gone from existence. When you reappear, it isn't just a game returning, it's something closer to a miracle. Adults take for granted a concept called object permanence. It's the understanding that things keep existing even when you can't see, hear, or touch them. Your keys still exist inside your bag. The moon still exists behind the clouds. Your baby wasn't born knowing this. They have to build this understanding piece by piece, and one of the primary ways they practice is through the simplest game we know. Almost 100 years ago, Swiss psychologist Jean Piaget began watching babies the way a naturalist watches birds, patiently, closely, often his own children. He noticed that if you showed a young baby a toy they loved, then placed a cloth over it right in front of them, the baby would simply lose interest. They wouldn't reach for it or look for it. It was as if the toy had evaporated the moment it disappeared. Piaget concluded that for a very young infant, out of sight truly is out of mind. He mapped out a sequence of stages, suggesting that a sturdy understanding of object permanence doesn't lock into place until somewhere around 8 months. This highlighted region is the prefrontal cortex. In babies, it's one of the last areas to mature. To remember that a face is hidden behind a blanket, the brain needs working memory, a mental sticky note that holds a piece of information so it can be used. Piaget's original tests relied on babies reaching for hidden objects, but reaching is a complicated physical task for a 3-month-old. Failing to reach isn't necessarily a failure to understand that the object is still there. Researcher Renee Baillargeon changed the field by watching infant eyes instead of their hands. She used a simple fact. Babies look far longer at things that break the rules of the world. It's the infant version of a double take. In this experiment, a screen rises and stops when it bumps a hidden box, exactly as physics demands. This is the possible version. In the impossible version, the box is secretly removed, and the screen appears to pass straight through the space. Babies as young as 4 months old stare significantly longer at this physical impossibility than they do at the possible one. Because they were surprised by this, we now know they were actively holding that hidden box in their mind. They expected it to be there, blocking the screen, which means their internal cognitive world outpaces their physical ability to move. This gap exists because knowing an object is there and being able to act on that knowledge run on 2 different tracks in a brain that's still under construction. We see this in the A not B error. If you hide a toy at location A baby reaches over and finds it. But if you move it to location B while they watch, the baby confidently reaches back to the left, back to location A. Even though they saw it move, the pull of the old habit, the place that worked before, overrides the new information they just received. Every round of Peekaboo provides a repetition for this developing system. The face is here, the face is gone, the face comes back. Each time the pattern repeats, it strengthens the connection between what the baby sees and how they respond. By creating a repeatable cycle of disappearance and return, the game allows the baby to practice holding an image in mind and anticipating its reappearance, eventually synchronizing their memory with their actions. When the blanket finally drops, that surge of joy is the satisfaction of a prediction confirmed. Their brain made a guess about how the world works, and the world delivered. Peekaboo isn't just a regional habit. Researchers find the same basic structure: disappearance, a pause of suspense, and a joyful return, popping up in almost every culture where people raise babies. When a behavior is this universal, it's usually because it serves a deeply useful purpose. Caregivers everywhere seem to intuitively provide the specific cognitive practice that a developing brain needs to map out its environment. For a creature brand new to existence, this is a powerful, reassuring lesson. The world is predictable, and patterns hold true. But Peekaboo isn't just about the physics of a hidden object. It's about who is behind the blanket. The face the baby loves most is the very first object they apply these rules to. This is where object permanence meets attachment. As the baby learns a physical object exists when hidden, they're simultaneously learning to trust that you exist when out of sight. If the baby relies on the pattern of your return in a game, they begin to apply that logic to the rest of life. These micro-disappearances become the foundation for handling real separations, from you walking into the kitchen to the first day of daycare. Through a simple blanket and a smile, you are helping them build more than just memory. You are teaching them the most important emotional truth of their early life, that the people they love will always come back.